All right. Yesterday, the Green Bay Packers go down to Texas to take on the Dallas Cowboys. The Packers didn't have Davante Adams.
Right.
And to me, that made it an easy pick. Cowboys win this game because we've seen what happens when the Packers have Davante Adams.
Yep.
They throw him the football, they throw him the football, they throw him the football until the defense commits extra resources to stop him, and then everybody else is open. Well, yesterday, without Davante Adams, they got it done. Unbelievable. Aaron Jones, running game, 107 yards rushing, 75 yards receiving, 4 touchdowns for Aaron Jones, and the Packers moved the ball. They got a big lead. They were up 31-3 in the third quarter, and then they had to hold on, and they did hold on to get the victory. But this has to be the most encouraging offensive performance because they did it without Adams.
Definitely. I mean, it really was. They got to be encouraged by a lot of things. I mean, the fact that their defense caused some turnovers, their offense capitalized, but it does seem like they're turning the corner as far as getting this offense going and getting the run game going. I mean, you got to be so pleased if you're a Packers fan or Matt LaFleur about the formula that won the game yesterday. Yeah, some good solid defense. Dallas certainly had some turnovers. You know, some of that was self-inflicted. I get that. But the Packers did capitalize, whether it was run game and then Rodgers just making timely throws and plays like he always does. And all of a sudden you look up and you go, whoa, it's 17-0 and we're going into halftime. And then Dallas goes 3-and-out, and Rodgers and company put another good drive together, and you go, whoa, it's 24-0. This game has gotten away from the Dallas Cowboys. And, of course, then they're not able to stay patient with the run. Dallas is, they're a different offense that we've seen in years past, Mike. They are explosive, and they can throw the ball as good as we've seen them maybe since, Tony Romo and his prime and all of that. But it's come back to bite them a little bit because of the turnovers, and it put them in a tough spot yesterday. Amari Cooper drops a ball that goes right off his chest, intercepted. Then a little later on in the first half, Dak throws a stupid interception, and with the way the Packers were kind of rolling, that was all she wrote, even though it was kind of a nice little comeback effort by the Cowboys.
The Cowboys had 563 total yards, most they've ever had in a losing effort. And look, hey, it's good to know they can move the ball when they're behind, but you can't expect to dig a hole like that if you're the Cowboys because your offense isn't built to score that many points in the second half. Down 31-3, you're not built to close that gap. You're built to build a gap like that,
sure,
not to close a gap like that. So I think you can take some encouragement from the fact that they had 563 total yards, but not much, because they're 3-2 now. And I think the Cowboys are one of those teams that's been exposed by the fact that they played no one the first 3 weeks.
Yeah, okay.
It was the Giants with Eli Manning.
Right.
It was Washington.
Yep.
It was the Dolphins. And now they step into a couple of tougher games.
Definitely.
They lose to the Saints. They lose to the Packers. So, maybe the Cowboys are going to have to scratch and claw for everything they get this year.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm ready to say that. I still think this is one of the better teams in the NFC, and they'll find their way here. It wasn't like, hey, the Saints, we knew on the road, it's always a tough environment there. That game was there to be had to win as well. Ezekiel Elliott fumbling, Jason Witten fumbling, all those issues. The Packers this week, they let it get away from themselves. And their defense, I think, is a little disappointing to this point. Just as far as yesterday goes, just couldn't get off the field, couldn't stop the run game, couldn't contain Rodgers. I didn't think Rodgers would be able to make some of the plays he made in the first half, just kind of buying time because of that great pass rush. But the Cowboys, I still think, are among the elite. I really do feel that way. And they got the Jets coming up, so that'll get them back on the right track.
Pop that schedule back up of the Dallas Cowboys because, look, they should easily beat the Jets.
Yes.
Then they have a huge home game against the Eagles, Sunday Night Football in just 13 days. Bye week after that, at the Giants to kind of get their sea legs back after a week off. But then look at that schedule.
Yeah.
You got the Vikings, who you never know with the Vikings, at the Lions, at the Patriots, and then the Bills and at the Bears. Look,
the Rams,
up until week 17.
It's the real deal.
That's murderer's row potentially for the Cowboys.
You're right. I mean, it really is. That is a really, really tough schedule with teams that have the proper defense and talent to kind of slow Dallas down.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.